The world's preeminent business growth expert, Jay Abraham.
Jay is not you.
Jay showing you how to find more money. He's making it rain.
This is a man that you cannot afford to be without.
1-800-88-12345. This is the ultimate entrepreneur with Jay Abraham.
Hi, it's Paul Durante in Manhattan with two NYC legendary entrepreneurs. Mitchell Modell, CEO of Modell's, Gotta Go to Mo's, the sporting goods store I buy everything at, best CEO ever on the CBS TV show Undercover Boss. And Brandon Steiner, one of the most influential executives in the sports marketing world. CEO founder of Steiner Sports. SteinerSports.com. He's put millions of autographs into the marketplace. This show is all about becoming the ultimate entrepreneur. A mentor of mine once told me to make my life easier by doing the little things automatically, like buying the same socks and the same underwear at the same time from the same place, buy a whole bunch so you don't have to think about it. Where do you buy those products? MacWeldon.com. Think about it. The first thing we put on, the last thing we take off. If you've got great underwear, you feel great confidence. They have years of experience in crafting the very best underwear, shirts, and socks. MacWeldon.com, MacWeldon.com. Use the promo code ULTIMATE to get 20% off the entire order. And get this, Mack Weldon Silver. Patented XT2 silver technology, originally designed for NASA, the U.S. Special Forces, and Olympic athletes. Silver in your underwear. You're like a superhero. Naturally antimicrobial, anti-odor. It's amazing. The silver particles are bonded to the Pima cotton. You're cool, you're dry, you feel great. MacWeldon.com. MacWeldon.com. Promo code ULTIMATE for 20% off the entire order. Brandon Steiner, your calls to Jay, all that's on the way. Here's Mitchell Modell.
Hello, Mitchell. How are you?
Terrific. What's doing?
Well, you're going to tell us because we're talking about ultimate entrepreneurs. Everyone in New York says you're the ultimate entrepreneur. Not only do you know how to make really important things happen, make a lot of money, but you have a heck of a lot of fun. So I'm going to ask you, what do you think makes the ultimate entrepreneur and why?
Well, I guess if you summed it up, it would be you have to have passion. No matter what it is, you got to be passionate about what you do. And the second thing is you got to take a little risk. In life, there's risk, and you got to take a chance. So when you combine the passion with the risk, you have what I feel is the secret ingredients to be an entrepreneur. You have to be a dreamer. You got to dream something. You got to dream big, and usually you have to pick an area that is underserved. Pick a market that's underserved. Pick a product that's underserved, and see where it goes with it.
Mitchell, you and your business Modell's played a major role in the Jeremy Linsanity craze. Take us back to how that happened, because basketball fans all over the world went wild over that.
I'm home on a Saturday night, and I get a call from Drew Naponte, who's the owner of Nobu, and he wanted to know if I was at the Knick game. I said, no, I'm at home. Why? He goes, you got to turn on this TV. You got to watch this number 17. The place I'm here is going crazy. So I turn on the television. I haven't watched the Knick game on TV, I think, since 1994, since when they were in the playoffs. And I turn on this TV, and there's a guy, Jeremy Lin, who is lighting up the crowd. The place is electric. And we got off the phone. We called Reebok. We called Adidas, who has the licensed for the NBA jerseys, and we see a sign in the audience, in the arena, that says Linsanity. So we said that we want to lock it up the name. We want to have an exclusive on it, and how quickly could we print? Now, this is after game one, just seeing this guy, knowing that the day before he could have been cut. But it's a risk we took, and the rest was history.
It's Paul Durante and Jay Abraham on The Ultimate Entrepreneur with the CEO of Modell Sporting Goods, Mitchell Modell. You may have seen him on the CBS show Undercover Boss. Mitchell, your passion and belief worked out really well when Eli Manning's Giants won the Super Bowl. Tell us the big bet you made on that.
Sure. Once the NFC and the AFC games were over, we were fortunate to have stores in New England with the Patriots and we were fortunate to have stores in New York. But the issue is, in order for us to really serve the market the way they're used to being served, we have to pre-print the merchandise. So with the Giants, we pre-printed 322,000 units.
These are T-shirts.
It's T-shirts, sweatshirts, novelties, men's, kids,
and they all said
hats, everything.
They all said the Giants win.
Giants Super Bowl champions. On the flip side, we had to print up 124,000 New England Patriot merchandise, knowing that one of the teams we'd have to burn and donate to a third world country.
Interesting. And is that speculation comfortable for you?
When you place a $10 million bet, it was nerve-wracking. So I had my two little sons in the store at West 42nd Street watching the game on a huge TV screen in our flagship store with about 400 of our customers. And we were either, if the Patriots won, we were heading north at 11 o'clock at night to New England so we could be in time to welcome the media, or be in New York and then welcome the media there, which we did, thank God.
Mitchell, I was in Manhattan. I watched the Giants win. I turn on, Channel 2, CBS News. It's about 30 seconds after 11, and they go live to you. We're at Modell's, Times Square. Here's Mitchell Modell. And I don't know if it was relief or exuberance, but you were the happiest guy on the planet at that moment.
Oh, it was crazy. I mean, it was unbelievable. First of all, when you see the city lighting up, people hugging and kissing each other, not even knowing who they were. I mean, it was just great for the spirits in New York.
It's Paul Durante and Jay Abraham on The Ultimate Entrepreneur with the CEO of Modell Sporting Goods, Mitchell Modell.
You hang with some very successful entrepreneurs. Who do you admire, and what is it, if you can reveal it, about either their style, their strategy, their attitude, their approach that is not only admirable as heck, but that anybody could learn from?
I would say the best entrepreneur I've ever met in my life, and he's probably one of my dearest friends, and I've known him for a long time, is Harvey Mackay, who was a famous author and a famous writer. And the one thing I learned about Harvey, and I probably learned more from Harvey than anybody in my entire life, is about the importance of your Rolodex. And even though there is no such thing as a Rolodex in today's world, it really is about who you know and how do you connect to them. And Harvey's whole thing is, how do you do favors for people? How do you connect the dots? And how do you surround yourself with people that are connected? And it's something that I've always listened to, that Harvey's probably one of the greatest networkers. And when you network, whether it be sitting on a board, and, think about the 6 degrees of separation. You sit on a board of 6, 8, 10 people. It connects you to those 8, 10 people. And then they connect you to friends. And it's just a whole domino effect. And, with Harvey, they always say if you want something done or get to somebody, call Harvey, and he'll get it done. And that's my mentor.
And there's one other thing that I'm going to add, and then we'll gratefully conclude, but he does it with total intention, and he does it with nobility, and he really wants to make a difference because he knows it'll always come back.
Absolutely. And what Harvey always says is, you never keep score. Never. Always do the right thing for people. Think about it as every day that you're trying to do a favor or help somebody. It could be finding a doctor. It could be getting him a dinner reservation. It could be getting him access to tickets. It could be that he wants to meet somebody. Whatever it is, if you do that every day, then you're making a difference in people's lives, and that's what Harvey does. And he's probably the most successful guy at it.
It's Paul Durante and Jay Abraham on The Ultimate Entrepreneur with the CEO of Modell Sporting Goods, Mitchell Modell. Mitchell, people know you as the CEO of Modell's, a very successful company. And arguably, I think you're the best CEO ever who appeared on the CBS show Undercover Boss. But that's not all you do. Sometimes you invest in companies. Tell us about Fumi, the purse hooks.
Oh, the Fumi hook. So we're at a restaurant, and we're with about a table of 6 people in New Jersey, and I see that there are hooks on a table with the pocketbook, where it doesn't get It doesn't sit on the floor. And I go, wow, this is an unbelievable invention. Could you think about how many restaurants there are in the world, in New York, and if you branded the hook, the J hook, with the restaurant, people could buy them. It's a great branding tool for the restaurant, and it serves a great need. So we went on the internet the next morning, trying to find who the company was. I called up the company in California. Some guy answers, and it turns out he's the father of the two girls who invented the hooks. It turns out they were coming to New York the following week to the gift show, and these were two young girls, didn't know about business, knew they had great items, and I just took a liking to them, and so we helped them out with, sent a consultant there to help them with their, how to organize their life.
And then I saw them on Shark Tank, and I'm sure it was because you invested in them. It's amazing because you saw the product, you reached out, you became their mentor all in 24 hours. Why?
Because I believed in their passion. They worked 18 hours a day. They knew they had something big, but they didn't know how to get to the promised land.
You have any concluding statements for entrepreneurs you want to share?
If you have an idea, if you feel you want to do something, no matter who tells you not to do it, no matter who tells you you're crazy, no matter how many bumps in the road you have, you keep forging ahead, and good things will happen.
Great conclusion. Thank you so much. This was
My
great.
pleasure.
We're taking your calls next, and you can also email us at info@abraham.com. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Play It, a new podcast network featuring radio and TV personalities talking business, sports, tech, entertainment, and more. Play it at play.it.
The world's preeminent business growth expert, Jay Abraham. Jay showing you how to find more money. He's making it rain. 888-12345. This is the Ultimate Entrepreneur with Jay Abraham.
Welcome back. It's Paul Durante. 1-800-88-12345. The Ultimate Entrepreneur Hotline by Dial 800. Get more calls, more sales, more response with a custom memorable number just like ours from dial800.com. They have amazing customer service. Brandon Steiner, CEO, founder of SteinerSports.com. He's coming up. We have Wilfred from Glendale, California on the line. Wilfred, tell us your business, tell us your problem.
We have a small hair salon for 5 years, and our sales has been flat for that period. So my wife and I